On tonight's episode,
shown for the first time on TV, a brand new music video from our friends, the Nautics.
And our in-depth interview with an up-and-coming band, A La Mode.
Welcome to Music Fusion Fridays right here on KBVR. I'm Maya Holmes.
And I'm Brittany Wooten.
And we're the Blonde Bombshells.
Here to give you your weekly music news. A couple of weeks ago, we showed you behind the scenes of the Nautics' new music video for their song, Do You Want the Girl?
Well, we got our hands on the video, and for the first time on TV, we'll be premiering it right here on Music Fusion Fridays. Check it out.
In a carpeted corner, the water cooler talk is about to strut past you. Straight out of school, bet she's no more than 22. You can tell by the way that she leans on the copy machine. Her mother didn't dress her. Sweetheart, I'm sold. Kiss me, break me, take me home. The question is simple. Do you want the girl? Can you feel her sliding through your fingers? Through your hands like wet sand, baby. Fedora, you are strutting home, but the rain dripping from your nose points to a dame on the curb, looking fly and alone. The question is simple. Do you want the girl? Can you feel her sliding through your fingers, through your hands like Jim and Pam, baby? Her. Yeah, you want her. The question is simple. Do you want the girl? Can you feel it sliding through your
What an awesome video, and great job to all those involved. Evan Goop, Mark Dilson, and the Nautics.
Stay tuned while we take a quick break.
Welcome to Locals Live on KBVR Channel 26 or KBVRTV.com. We have a pretty interesting show tonight.
Look into the air, the skies explode.
This is really happening right now.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
I got no pulse, we're losing him.
Sergeant, he's in VFib.
Shock him.
Guys are real all the time. We just had a few drinks. This can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear.
You're just buzzed.
Just buzzed. You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right, this isn't happening. He'll be fine.
I feel good.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving.
Clear.
Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shock him.
We took a trip up to Portland this past weekend and sat down with up-and-coming band A La Mode.
Hey guys, Brittany and Maya here in Portland hanging out with A La Mode. Let's find out a little bit more about the people behind the music. So guys, how did you come up with the name A La Mode?
I'll feel this. It was a, originally I wanted to call the band Dessert, but to me Dessert sounds more like a straight-ahead jazz band. So we came up with variations, and I think the ball started rolling when someone said apple pie, and then someone said a la mode, and that sort of has a sort of slick resonance to it, and sort of double entendre. I think, you know, it means with ice cream, and I think also with the fashion, right? Am I right? Yeah. And so we were like, what the hell? We got two names right there, and we'll just roll with it. And then I still battled for a long time trying to come up with other names, but they just don't stick, so we're running with it.
I like it.
Awesome. So can you fill me in on what your style of music is?
Well, I think our style of music is really kind of a mix of a lot of different things, and that's something that a lot of people say nowadays is, you know, they have a hard time describing their music when people ask them what it is. But I think if you were to try to gain a solid description of what we play, you probably have to understand the roots of the band. Jeff comes from Arizona and has played a lot of really awesome ska music and is a vocal student at Portland State University, so he brings that to the band. Ryan has also been an avid student of the drums and
So you guys kind of have a bunch of different styles, and they kind of all just...
It's hard to label yourselves as just one thing.
Yeah.
Is that kind of...
Yeah,
it's like a mixture.
What types of music?
If I could add to that, I think if I had to pin it down to a style, I would say it's the style of music that when you come see a show, you leave feeling better than when you came.
Hey, that's
I like
always
that.
great.
So how did you guys come to find each other? How did you guys start your band and figure out these are the people we want in our group?
I came to study music at the university, and every Tuesday in the basement at a Food for Thought Cafe, which is a student-run organization, they have an open mic, and Chris was working for the professional sound group at PSU, and I would go and play the open mic, and he heard me play and introduced himself, and we started playing music together that way. And that's how I met Chris, and then he got me into this project with these guys, and I knew from school, but Ryan was a stranger to me. that's how I got into the band.
In many ways, he still is a stranger.
And it's funny because and the way that we started playing music together was in the same fashion. We actually had a business class together, like 2 years prior, and we had like done a project together, but really never did any music. And I walked into Food for Thought as well, and there's like a little piano in the corner that some people play, and so he was just like sitting there playing an awesome jazz tune, and I was blown away. I was like, man, we got to get something together. I really like what you're doing, and we decided to put together like a little jazz tune, but it kind of turned into what we have now. And had been previously playing in a group with Ryan, and that's how I came into knowing Ryan as well, was through, and that was a really great addition to the band, having behind us, because gives us a solid grounding.
Nice. Awesome. So tell me, if you guys have like a format for how you write your songs, and where your inspiration comes from?
Yeah, we all write the songs together, which I think is really unique. In bands today, a lot of the times you kind of have a head man who brings songs to the table, and then everybody else just kind of plays their parts. But you know, some of the songs that we have from the beginning, that kind of was that way. We just had one person write it and bring it to the table, and everybody else put their parts together. But yeah, a lot of the album is the same way. But like, as the more we've played together, the more we come to practice, and we just actually work on a piece together, and it evolved.
I think the theory behind the band is to bring a half-baked idea and let the band put it all together. You know, for me, I feel like in a group situation, when everyone can sort of have their input and is invested somehow, that's how you guys stick together and move along. It might slow things down, too many cooks in the kitchen sort of issue. But I think at the end of the day, we have a product that we can all feel really good about.
Well, that sure makes me want to grab a slice of pie.
A la mode, of course.
Mom!
What?
You can't find Ichabod.
What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Alone and crying, boom, boom, ba. Crying, pom, pom, pom. Crying, chaka, chaka, cha. Crying, he's always good.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
There we go.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad
One more
today.
time. Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys.
Thanks. You believe this guy? Are you trying to start a wildfire? Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
So, well, I guess I just want to know, like, where your inspiration from those songs come. Like, do you write about girls? Do you write about life? Do you write about things that have happened that have, really changed your life? Where I guess, where does that, like, core inspiration come from?
I'll talk about a little my inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, girls in life are good things to write about. But one of the songs that I brought to the band that we're going to put on the album that we're working on right now I was out in Tucson. I was back visiting home, and I was in a riverbed with a bunch of my friends. We were all hanging out and playing drums, and this was on the night of the lunar eclipse, and that was a extremely inspirational moment for me, and I just had a lot to talk about when it came to that subject, and so it was easy to write a song about it. And yeah, just moments like that when you have a lot to remember, for sure.
Definitely, yeah. And so I guess, what is your guys' favorite song to play for a crowd that you guys have produced?
Of ours?
Yeah.
Of our own songs?
Yes.
It's probably different for all of us, but my personal favorite is one of our more mellow songs, Keeping the Time, just because, I don't know, I think it's really beautiful melodically. I don't know, what about you guys?
I like playing the more up stuff a little bit. Stuff that has a lot of minor chords in it, and things where I can sort of get away with more improv rather than having to stay super tight. Mostly I would say that would be Who You Foolin', and another reason is because the lyrics, I'm invested in the lyrics to that, and they're sort of vindictive, I guess, and so I get to live through that every time I play.
Nice.
There's a tune I really like called 4 O'Clock in the Morning, and the reason I like it so much is it began as a really small song, and then part after part got layered on to where if the song were anything other than a song, it would be like a giant festival. There'd be a circus there, and there'd be rides and balloon animals and just crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool because it challenges me and pushes me forward a bit.
Love it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that, Ryan. I like playing 4 O'Clock in the Morning too. Get to play bass on that song. Kind of nice to switch up the instrumentation a little, play a different instrument. And other than that, the song Easy Money is really fun to play. I like doing that. Lots of fun backup vocals and good changes, good sections laid out for solo and improv, stuff like that. So those are my choices.
If you want to talk about inspiration, I wrote Easy Money for the lyrics anyway on several levels, and one level I was really into. I had a sick obsession with Charlie Manson for a while, and he was really good at being a cult leader and sort of indoctrinating people with these nonsense words. One of the things he used to say all the time, which was like the original chorus to this, is no sense makes sense, come to now. And he would just give his people like a bunch of LSD and then brainwash them. And when I wrote this song, I wrote it for several reasons, and one of them was to sort of embody that, like, I guess I get to be like a cult leader for once, and maybe like for I don't know how long's the song, maybe 4 minutes or something. For 4 minutes, I get to have like my own little mini cult or mini revolution type of thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, speaking of your songs, what are you guys up to right now? What are you recording? What do you have going on?
We're out at Clackamas Community College these days with neighbor Joe and another student at the school named Sasha, and they're helping us out with the recording, and we're recording 10 tracks to put out as our album debut. And we've also been working in the band room with some of the with the instruments they have there to provide a more diverse instrumentation for the album and link some of the tracks together, so that's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's going to be a great project because it's kind of a synthesis of a lot of different things. Like we have a lot of songs that were brought to the table that were kind of finite little pieces, but with what Jeff and are doing, it's really going to tie everything together in a very interesting way. Has a lot of inspiration that he draws upon for like how he wants the compilation to be, and I really appreciate that because one of my biggest influences is Alan Parsons, and he does an amazing job at bringing basically like the storyline, a cohesive storyline throughout music, and rather than it being like, a pop album where it's just, here's this story, and it's the song, and it just abruptly ends, and then it goes to the next one, and the next one. It's just a bunch of pieces put together rather than a whole project. So hopefully, I think it'll really turn out very well.
I think for me, I think the concept of a concept album, something that goes start to finish and is one cohesive thought, or one storyline, is sort of lost on people these days, and it hasn't. The last time I heard one that I really enjoyed was the Mars Volta, D-Last in the Comatorium, and that one just goes start to finish. I mean, they do that a lot. All their albums go start to finish, and you can listen to it, but I think they really shine with D-Last in the Comatorium. So I'm in a composition class, and I managed to tie the project into it, whereby I have to write little miniatures that hopefully can stand alone. I don't know how well I'll do with that, but hopefully they can stand alone as their own little series, their own little storyline, and we plan on using I plan on using the end of one song to start the beginning of an interlude to melt into the next song, so that hopefully people can not hit the track button and go to the songs that they want to hear. I want them to hear everything that we put together.
So when can we expect to hear this from you? Your new album.
Well, we're hoping to have it done by probably mid-June. We're working on it. It has to be done, pretty much all the recording side of it, by mid-June, because we're only working on it for the term. It's Joe's final project for his schooling, so it's going to be till the end of school, and then we'll mix it down and get it out there.
Nice. Well, that sounds super exciting and very unique and creative, so we're definitely excited to hear it.
Where do you see A La Mode going in the future? Any tours or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's pretty preliminary, and we've trying to get the album done, and once that's recorded and we're ready to distribute it, we can start playing shows and hopefully set up some tours and get together with some other bands and do our thing, at least in Portland, and then who knows where we can go. And yeah.
And so you guys don't have any tours set up or any shows set up at this point? Just recording?
We do have a couple shows set up in May. We're playing May 18th at the Portland State University in the Park Blocks, which is a really cool show.
Is that outside?
Yeah, it's going to be outside in the trees, and hopefully the weather will be fair to us. And then we're playing around at a couple different bars, and then at a bowling alley at the end of May, which is going to be awesome. Hood River in the summertime.
Good town.
We don't have a specific date for that actually right now. But yeah, we're just probably going to stay locally as much as possible, play around and kind of develop our show as best as possible, and then kind of naturally progress onto there and move out and try to, explore the U.S. a little bit and then see where it goes.
Nice. And so where can viewers find out more about you guys or find your music? Do you guys have a website?
We have a website. It's www.wearealamode.com. We should have links to our Facebook. Yeah?
Yeah.
Facebook, and SoundCloud, and Bandcamp. I think you can find it all there. And so pretty much all material we got is on there. And you should download it and burn it onto a CD. Give that CD to all your friends. And then you should, CDs permitting, you can take them in your car and toss them at strangers on the road. You just get it out there, It doesn't really matter to us how it gets out there. We just want it to be as prolific as possible.
Awesome. And since your guys' name is A La Mode, I have to ask, what is each one of your favorite kinds of ice cream?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I tend to gravitate towards cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Mine is, I'm going to say mine. It's peppermint, especially at Baskin Robbins. They have a really good one with peppermint candies in it. Delicious.
I'm going to say I am partial to the Tillamook mudslide with the huge chunks of chocolate in it.
don't know.
Half baked.
Half baked. Yeah, that's oh man, nice. Sick brain. Yeah, maybe anything with cookie dough in it. You know.
Very intense question for you right now.
I'm gonna go with chocolate chip cookie dough.
You feel okay with that?
My favorite ice cream is, truthfully, whatever ice cream I'm currently eating, or the last ice cream I ate.
There's no bad ice cream.
That's my take on it.
I'm gonna go with Spumoni.
At the Old Spaghetti Factory.
Awesome. Great, well thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for hanging out here with us in Portland. We can't wait to see what a la mode will do next.
We'll see you next week, only on
Bombshells Hit the Road.
Well, that's all the music news we have for you this week, but stay tuned for more music videos and a new episode of Locals Live. See you next week!